YouTube family, how's everybody doing? I just wanted to get on here and say hey, and I had a couple of things that I wanted to get off my chest that I just felt like I had to say, and I wanted to wish all the mommies out there happy Mother's Day. And the thing that I kind of like wanted to talk about, and I know my mama would probably want to talk about it too, or she would say something, voice her opinion on it. Damn phone. Anyways, y'all, you have to forgive me. I'm like in the middle of door dashing and trying to save the world, I guess. Anyhow, but Mother's Day, we always look at mothers, women, as, you know, to thank and say, hey, how you doing? Congratulations. But you know, there's a lot of guys out there, sorry, my bad, y'all ain't trying to look at my speedometer. Anyways, there's a lot of men out there that raise kids by themselves and deserve a shout out too, I think, because especially with men and having to raise little girls by themselves, y'all, I've seen a grown man hyperventilate this past week because he did not know how to have the talk with his 8-year-old granddaughter. And so he come running to me to tell me that he had to go and get his granddaughter from school. This is my supervisor, by the way. I already told him that I was going to tell his story, and he said that it was alright. But anyways, he come and said he had to go and get his granddaughter from school, that she had started her womanly issues, and this poor man was just hyperventilating. Y'all, I had to calm him down and tell him that, you know, I would help him out. I had his back. The thing about it is this man, he has daughters that are grown, but he didn't have to deal with all of that kind of stuff because he had his wife around. His wife had passed away a few years ago, and this poor man is just completely lost. And I felt so bad for him. And I had told him then, I was like, you know, I was like, you're doing right by her. You're doing everything that you possibly can, you know, to take care of her and to, I guess, the feminine ways as much as a man can. Because God knows men are clueless when it comes to women's stuff. But anyhow, I know I'm supposed to be on here talking about some lottery stuff, but I do have some to tell y'all that does involve the lottery. But my biggest thing is I wanted to get on here and tell everybody happy Mother's Day, and my experience on Mother's Day, and God knows it was not a good Mother's Day because this is my first Mother's Day without her, and y'all, I stuck it out there. I thought I had it, but guess what? Not cool. I could not handle it, and I lost it. Cried. But the cool thing about it is that when I had gotten so upset and started crying, I had asked my son to go out there and to get Mama's box that has her ashes in it, because I keep it here in the car because she loved this car, and that's where she stayed at always, in a vehicle, since she's gotten her license back. Matter of fact, y'all can see her right back there. Say hello to the queen, y'all. So she travels with me everywhere I go, and I kind of like it like that, because look in the rear view and it reminds me that she's still she's still here with me, in which Mother's Day, and since Mother's Day, she has shown me that in various ways. But Mother's Day, after I had gotten so upset, I had asked Alex to go and get her box and get her crown. And I just sat there and I held onto her box and I hugged it and I hugged it and I hugged it. And I cried. And then after about an hour, I took the box and I set it on the shelf behind me. And it was sitting flat. It was not sitting on nothing. It wasn't tilted. The shelf didn't break, nothing like that. But I had turned around and I had just fucking bawled. Excuse my language. Sorry, my bad. Well, when I started bawling, about 30 seconds into it, I heard a loud bang and turned around, and her box had done flipped over off of that shelf onto her little table that she used to have. And it just only flipped over just at one time. And y'all, I sat there and I looked and I was trying my best to like explain it logically to myself. There was no way I could logically explain it to myself. Call me crazy, whatever, I don't care, I call myself crazy. Anyways, so I'm like, really? Really, Mama? You just... Well, I took that as that was her way of telling me Happy Mother's Day and to stop flipping out and crying and, you know, move on with the day. So I continued on without the day and spent it with my kids. But since then, there's just been several times that she has come to show me, I guess, like either like the thoughts and ideas that's coming in my head, because y'all, like, seriously, I have sat here and I have racked my brain trying to figure out different ways that I can get on here and I guess entertain y'all, or what we could talk about, what we could chat about, what, you know, other than just lottery numbers. Because I'm sorry, I tried it again to do the whole little lottery math thing. I may have done it wrong, I may have done it right, I have no idea. I don't know. But either way, sorry, the stop sign. I don't think I'm supposed to be making a YouTube video. Anyway, and I've just been racking my brain about it. And then one of my friends, which she didn't know it until like this morning, but the other day, she was sitting there telling me about how a conversation that me and her had, how it had motivated her. And after me and her had, you know, that discussion, that all of these really cool things started happening for her. And I'm like, really? Whatever. Okay. No, she, like, ever since then, all kinds of stuff's been happening, you know, good things, not bad. And she was like really, you know, like having a hard time. And I'm like, she was telling me that, you know, maybe you need to go in there and start talking about things and like that you've been through and things that you've experienced. Maybe it'll help out somebody else. Maybe it'll motivate other people. And I'm like, you know what? That's a damn good idea. Because I damn sure do like telling people, you know, hey, look, I'm just saying from past experience, blah, 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 blah. You know, this is really what you should do, or this is how you should handle this, or, you know, get your ass up and let's go, whatever. But, you know, and it honestly, it made me feel really good. But, you know, before then, there was one of the fellow YouTube subscribers, I can't say that word, had messaged and had left a comment on one of Mama's videos, and I forgot exactly what he had said, but he was talking about the spiritual stuff. Anyways, I had commented back like I try to everybody, and I had told him, I was like, I was like, my mama, like, I don't know if anybody believes in this kind of stuff. I do, but my mama has been like really like pushing me, and I feel it. And there was one day that I just kept feeling like, I don't know why, like Mama kept telling me, hey, giving me that feeling like, hey, you need to call me. I'm like, why do I keep having this feeling? And it wasn't one of those like, oh crap, I've got to call Mama and tell this. It wasn't one of those. It was like, I need to call my mama. I need to call her. And I'm like, but what do I need to call her for? And I just could never figure it out. And it was just all of a sudden, like, in a dream. I had a dream one time, and then the other times, I can't remember exactly how it had come about, but hello, I'm famous. But she had kept throwing, like, she, honest to God, kept throwing numbers at me. And I had told this guy that. And I had told him, one of the numbers, which was 642. He's down in Florida. Hey, you know who you are. How you doing? But, so, and it was a 3-digit number. Oh, obviously 642. Well, he says, well, I'm going to play that number every single day for Queen Tingling until it hits. The next day, and it just freaked me out. The next day, that number had come out, but it had come out in the pick 4s. And I was like, holy crap, are you serious? Are you really, really serious? And he's like, yeah. So, that had even like just motivated me even more, to try to figure out, okay, what can I do and this and that. But I had to come on here and share with y'all these numbers, because it's been like seriously like nagging the crap out of me. So I'm going to spit them out so that way maybe it'll stop and maybe I'll feel better. 642, and then it was 528 and 112. Don't know why, but it's just been hitting me like really hard. But I'm still trying to figure out the whole lottery thing. Like, that's gonna drive me nuts too. But I'm finding myself like hard to find the time to do a lot of things right now, because I'm having to work my regular job during the week, and then after I get off there, I DoorDash until God knows when in the morning, just to try to get by, because I'm going through yet again another situation where it's childish stuff, and I'm not gonna sit here and rack my brain and get all upset about all of it over again. But me and the kids have to find another house to move into, but this time I'm working my ass off and trying my best to come up with the money for the deposit and yada yada yada. Y'all know that whole story, to try to get us into our own place, because I'm tired. I am wore out. I am tired of dealing with certain people, and I'm just at the point where I just want to do for me and my kids and my immediate family, and stop stressing so much about everything, because it is driving me nuts. But anyhow, I'm not going to talk about that because I'll get all upset and stuff again. But y'all have any ideas, any suggestions? Like, because I would like to try to start making this like maybe a weekly thing or twice a week thing. Maybe we can get on here live and discuss some numbers or whatever, or even suggestions about a topic for the day, the topic for the show, or whatever. I just like getting on here and making videos and talking to y'all and saying, hey, what's up? And then y'all telling me little, stories and things like that about mama. But yeah, I'll end up making another video here in a little bit because I'm like really motivated at the moment. But I also wanted to share with y'all the secret screen recording that I had took of my friend, and please forgive anything that she says or whatever, and please forgive the screaming boogie in the background because he was so mad because he was having to leave the park. So that's where I'm going now, is to go and get him so we can go to the park and play. I want to go to the park, mommy. Y'all, he's 3 and so smart. And he told me I forgot what it was. Out of the blue, he had said something about grandma one day. And I'm just like, what'd you say? And he didn't repeat himself again, but I know what he said. But that youngin' still thinks about his grandma. And I know he misses her. Every time, a picture of her comes up on my phone or whatever, or if I'm talking about her, Grandma? Oh yeah, and I forgot. And after I had to tell y'all this. The day after the guy had messaged me back and had told me about, the number had come out in the pick fours. It was like the day after that or the following day, I was at work cleaning, and there's no reason, this would show up there, and like how out of this big, huge plant, I would stumble across this one teeny tiny itty bitty little thing. Maybe it was just a coincidence. Who knows? But I already know, out of all the things in the world. But anyways, I was sweeping, and I kept sweeping, and I was like, what's that shiny silver thing? And I thought it was a nut to, like, a bolt or something, or a screw, whatever. And I bent down and to pick it up, and it wasn't. It was a charm. And y'all see what it is? It's a crown. And it looks just like Mama's crown. See? Just like her crown. Y'all, I tripped out. That time I didn't cry. I just started giggling. Because I thought, really, there's just no way all of this stuff, happened just back to back to back to back to back like that. I was just thoroughly amused, shall we say. But since then, I've been trying to spend some time with my brother and my sister-in-law and my little baby nephew. He's so sweet. Yeah, I got to throw a little video on there of him too. Me and him talking. And told him me and him is going to make us a video. We was going to call it the Auntie and Xander Show. Y'all, he's so sweet. Looks just like my brother. That baby looks just like my brother. And also come to find out that Xander's mommy is, we already knew that she was pregnant again, but we found out what she was having, and it's a little girl. So I'm happy about that and excited and can't wait, and November needs to come on. All these November babies. My brother just decided he's gonna have his kids, both of his kids, in November too, at the beginning of November, just like I did. What in this world coming to? God knows, I love him though. I'll share November with him. But I can't wait for y'all to see the little secret screen recording, because I was kind of laughing the whole time. And then whenever I had told her today that I had screen recorded her, she was like, oh God. And so we went back and watched it, and she was like, oh God. Oh God. So this is gonna be funny. I know she's gonna laugh at me, but she loves me. She knows I'm crazy. She knows I like to joke and laugh and play around and act silly. And y'all, and if I can talk her into doing it, she said she would, but she ain't done it yet. This has been like 2 weeks ago. Me and my other best friend was on the phone and was talking about, girl stuff, and had come up with our own little funny skit involving duct tape. But I ain't gonna spoil it because it is hilarious. Anyways, hopefully she'll decide to make that video with me one day, and I can post it. I'm gonna push her to make it like soon because it is funny. But I'm gonna start trying to devote more time to the YouTube channel and everything, and see what comes about. So I will talk to y'all later. I am about to go and pick up this little munchkin so he can yell at me and scream and talk about playground, Uncle Michael. So love y'all bunches. Thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in and all of that lovely stuff. And happy Mother's Day and happy Memorial's Day, because I know I'm late. I'm late for everything. I'll be late for my own funeral. But just wanted to tell y'all hey and get on here and kind of discuss what my plans are going to be and my little experience that I've had, the past couple of weeks. But I will talk to y'all later. Adios.